because apparently the dude didn't even have a license to teach the shit. However skilled he might have been in the shit, the fact of the matter is he wasn't licensed to do that. He had no business being there in the first place. But here he is teaching these kids and having his senior students, toss this unexpected kid around like a fucking rag doll. And he ended up slipping into a coma due to his injuries and even being put on life support. But again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but apparently his parents went ahead and decided to pull the plug on him because the doctors were telling him that his condition isn't getting any better. In fact, it's getting worse. So they just decided to just hang it up and pull the plug on him. And see, it's because of assholes like that who really do give the martial arts community a very bad name. A very bad name. Because apparently, like in cultures like China and Taiwan, because this happened in Taiwan, people who are in, people who even masquerade in positions of authority like that usually don't get too much clapback. No one's to question them. No one's to question the training methods. It's kind of like here. I'm pretty sure some of y'all have seen these crazy ass karate dojos like fucking Cobra Kai and shit, where you do exactly what the sensei tells you to do, and you never question him. You must bow and show your utmost deference and respect to your sensei. And like I said, these fuckers like that are the root of the reason why I've decided, to just go ahead and, hang up the whole notion of, teaching martial arts one day, because, well, I wouldn't say I'm gonna just completely give up on the whole idea, but I'm definitely not gonna hold my breath for it, because that's another thing that I don't really make. In fact, I actually go out of my way to keep, anywhere from low key to completely, hush hush about when it comes to me, is that, I've trained in different styles of martial arts for a very long time. And I guess since I'm out here, I don't have much of a reason to hide it anymore. I kind of forgot why I was hiding it back in Memphis when I was making my videos. It could have been just out of the sheer apathy and, not giving a fuck to bother even talking about stuff like that, because I had bigger issues at hand, like the city of Memphis and all the bullshit that goes on there. But yeah, I think I've decided to just, over the years, it's like the older I get and the more knowledgeable I become of mechanics and anatomy and physiology, the more I become even more reluctant to do something, to engage in an endeavor like teaching martial arts. Because you have all these fuckers out here who may have, gone the whole route, stuck to their taekwondo, stuck to their MMA, stuck to their Muay Thai. And even after all that training that they may have devoted decades to, many of these people still do not understand the components of the human body, how vulnerable the human body is to the laws of physics. And when I stumbled across jujitsu, arts like both, not just jujitsu, but also silat from Indonesia, I actually endeavored on different ways to discover, if you will, jujitsu like and silat like throws that would be so damaging to the human body that you move the wrong way, it can literally snap the spinal cord. Because I've already, having trained in an art like silat, I've been exposed to techniques that you can literally lock out the spinal cord and potentially even break it. You move fast enough, and you got the right position, and now my current basis of study right now has been this kung fu system called Southern Praying Mantis. And I mean, even Northern Praying, like 7-star Northern Praying Mantis, even that, that stuff is bad as far as applications. But I seem to have a little bit of more of a reverence for, the Southern, Chinese arts, of the Shaolin. Because you look at an art like Southern Praying Mantis, which apparently is called Chugar or Chowgar. Man, this like, because I've been training this Filipino art called Panantukan, but it's almost like this art, and that art deals with a lot of nerve striking, nerve limb destructions and things of that nature. But it's like Praying Mantis takes that to a whole nother level, in addition to your classical Dim Mak and things of that nature. And for those of you who doubt Dim Mak exists, take it from me, Dim Mak does exist. If Dim Mak doesn't work on you, you're clearly not made of sinews, nerves, tendons. You must be a machine. And the reason why I know that is because I've used this stuff on people. Unfortunately, since I've been out here, I was in an incident where I had to defend myself from a knife, because there was a strag who was literally just trespassing, doing some shit that would have been got a bitch shot, had she been in Memphis. But one thing I've noticed about people is that they're only as bad. They try to act. They put on this facade that they so bad. They're only as bad as the society allows them to be. Because you offer them some clapback and you get to see how bad they really are. Especially out here. I mean, they fold like blankets out here, swearing they on some bad boy shit until you strike them back. You clap back at them. But yeah, I learned from that experience. Just from me, training to strike the side of the neck, that was just from taijutsu. We're trained to, attack certain weak points of the body, and it makes sense. Why would you be sitting up there trying to outbox your opponent? Which, boxing's all well and good. Like I said, I've dabbled in Muay Thai and Western boxing, because that's been another thing of my main focus has been Western boxing. Getting that footwork down, getting those angles down. Because I think I got the punches down. But it ain't boxing without footwork. You just slugging. You don't have the footwork in that element. But see, bullshit stories like this, like I said, are exactly why some people just ain't got no business, even teaching, let alone doing martial arts. Because look how irresponsible they are with it. I mean, to take on an endeavor of something like martial arts, I mean, it's almost like, to an extent, to an unarmed extent at least, and even arm extent with, you know, like melee weapons like swords, machetes, knives. You know, I'm so confounded by this because, you know, a few days ago I was actually pissed off. I was meaning to come at this with a whole different kind of energy. I wasn't even gonna come at y'all with the what it is boy in the last, yeah, because I wasn't really feeling what it is boy, except with him. Yeah, I'll break in his shit with a and toss his ass, see how he like it. I couldn't think of a better, and you know, I don't even think they're really throwing the book at him like that. Like they're basically giving him some Derek Chauvin sentence, like some bullshit, 2 decades or some shit. Hey, happy 4th. I know y'all heard that. Yeah, today's the 4th, so probably are gonna hear some fireworks. Even though, yeah, it's bright as day, and fireworks are illegal here in Denver County. Like, I think that's all of Denver County where, you know, fireworks are supposed to be illegal, but here they are. Shit, me coming from Memphis, I already know how that is. So, but yeah, martial arts is like, to me it's like the unarmed version of the endeavor of gunsmithing or gunslinging. And you know, some people just ain't got no business. Some people just ain't got no business even teaching the shit, let alone using it. Because, you know, this is what you get. You get things like little kids slipping into a coma and, you know, going into a vegetative state after being thrown some 27 damn times, and then their parents having to make the decision of pulling the plug on them because their condition, you know, is steadily worsening. I mean, and that's exactly, and that's definitely a lesson to be learned. That's exactly what happens when you put your children in a position to learn martial arts from some fucking cult leader, you know, who's on some Cobra Kai, like I said, on some Cobra Kai shit, where you up here either you smashing bricks and boulders, you ain't applying no kind of, you know, ointments to the shit like I don't see the Okinawans or the Japanese doing. They do that, you know, in the Shaolin because they knew that. That's why when it comes to forms of, you know, like iron palm and hard qigong, or, you know, again, you're conditioning your body to strike hardened surfaces, I prefer the Chinese method versus the Japanese and Okinawan method where you're just smashing bricks and boulders. But, you know, you enroll, you know, you have all these, and since I've been here, it's almost like the same kind of martial art culture or community that Memphis had. Denver kind of has that too, where, you know, you ain't gonna find no Bondo or Silat or hardly anything from Southeast Asia. You might find a few Kali schools, which, you know, I kind of run dry on because, you know, I've been practicing Kali for so long. I don't think they could teach me anything unless they're like a Belinta walk school, which I seriously doubt. I think they're like FCS or something, like Filipino Combat System. But I just kind of had a blind moment. I know I was ranting about something and I seemed to have completely forgotten about it, but